Hi everyone, and welcome to the second last video in the mining profitability experiment. It's the 29th of April, and like I said in the beginning, I'll be running this video or running the series up until the 30th of April. So as that's tomorrow, I'll do another video tomorrow with the totals and probably a little bit more information. I might just sort of go into a bit more detail on some things, but yeah. So this is just, I guess, a quick summarization of where we're at. As we can see, so we're currently at, shrink that down a little bit, zoom that out. Okay, so as we can see, we are currently, this is where we're currently sitting. So far we've earned 1.95 LTC, and we would be projected to earn 2.3 after 30 days. So that's, I guess that's about a good rate. Looking at the cumulative total chart per day, we can see we are trending in a fairly linear fashion. We've been trending in this fairly linear pattern the whole way. We've had a little bit of a bump here in terms of the profit switching. They've got a little bit of a bump there, and everything else did take a little bit of a dive from a linear point of view. But then, as you can see from about here, so it's at around the 18th, the 17th, the 18th, maybe the 19th, in that little window there, Zcash has clearly taken the lead in Litecoin returns. So I'm not 100% sure why. I would speculate that Zcash is maybe worth a bit more against Litecoin. So clearly, if it is, you'll be exchanging it into more Litecoin. But if you look at the total earned, it's really quite a negligible amount. You're looking at 0.34 Litecoin or 344 Litecoin earned from Zcash mining alone. The next closest contender will be Z Classic at 0.33. And then if you look down at the profit switching, that's 0.32. So there's really not a lot of swing in between it. 0.30 is the lowest, and 0.34 is the highest. So there's only 0.04 in it, which is really not a lot. You may be talking a few dollars, so it's bugger all, to be honest. Looking down at the daily earnings, we can see that obviously it's reasonably erratic, but as you'd expect it to be. We've had a little bit of a pullback from about a week ago, when everything did start to escalate in terms of profitability. Now things have come back down. Yeah, so what do we got here? Z Classic was the winner yesterday. It shot up reasonably high, which I thought odd. I think it was Z Classic. Basically, development has stopped on that from the developers, from what I've read and from what I can gather. I actually expected that to plummet to almost zero in terms of how much that would be returning. So the fact that it's still up is interesting to me. I could be wrong, but the way I read it was all the developers from Z Classic have moved over to Bitcoin Private, and they are focusing their efforts over there. So everything's pretty much consolidated today for today's effort in at about 0.015 Litecoin earned from today. Yeah, so what do we got here? We've earning an average of 0.01 Litecoin per day, or 0.12, and that's per coin, so that's per card, so to speak. And we're earning on average about 0.07 per day total across the whole rig. So yeah, like I said, 1.95 has been earned thus far. And yeah, we'll see where we're at tomorrow. I was hoping to let it go up to 2, but I don't think we'll get there. We might get to... no, we might get there. We might just crack over 2 tomorrow. It was 24 hours since my last update. I'll probably do tomorrow's at around the 7 p.m. mark, which tonight's was around 6:45 p.m. So I'll probably do tomorrow's update at around the same time, maybe a little bit later. And yeah, hopefully we've just cracked over the 2 Litecoin barrier. So yeah, at the moment the current Litecoin value is Let's go to CoinGecko. So at the moment we're trading at 196, so that's not too bad, to be honest. If we can just crack over the 2 Litecoin barrier, that's, you know, $392, which isn't too bad, to be honest. Looking at it in terms of cost for the power, I'll touch on that tomorrow. But the mining system uses approximately 1400, between 1350 and 1400 watts from the wall consistently. So by the time you sort of extrapolate that out, it comes in at around 33 kilowatt hours a day. I do have solar, so this does help to offset it. Obviously, being in Queensland, I know power is more expensive in other states. I think South Australia, they're coming up on around the 50 cent per kilowatt mark. In Queensland, I pay 26 cents per kilowatt for the electricity, but my electricity provider does discount that. I will put on another sheet in the spreadsheet tomorrow, and I'll go into a few sort of calculations on that, and we can kind of, I guess, get a profit versus loss and see where we're actually sitting in a relative figure tomorrow for the Litecoin to AUD exchange value versus how much it's cost. But I think it pretty much worked out, give or take, that my mining system costs about $8 a day in power. So it's probably $250-ish. We have had a reasonably good week in Brisbane last week for solar, and yeah, so have a look here, and I can show you all, again, I'll touch on this more tomorrow, but we can have a look at how much power we've used, and go from there. Oops, that's the wrong one. Assumption. So if we go from the 3rd of April when we started until today, and I'll turn off all the ones that don't apply. There we go. So that's pretty much just the mining system in total, and that's the solar generation as it goes there. So according to my metering at the moment, I'll get some more accurate figures on this, as this I don't think takes into account. Yeah, see, if I turn off a circuit, it obviously still doesn't display it. But yeah, I'll get a more accurate figure on how much power is being consumed and cost for that, and then we can sort of dive into that a bit more tomorrow as well. Once we've, you know, kind of got some finalized figures, we can look at the metrics. But yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. Just wanted to give you an update on that. Yeah, and I guess we'll have a finalized video tomorrow, and then from there I will be shifting over to mining other things. I'm not sure what yet, but for the moment I think I'll probably stick back with the Equihash. I'll probably put it on the profit switching. I did have it running for a while on that. Originally, when I first got the system, I was just mining Zcash as I was starting out, learning how to mine, learning how it all works. And yeah, but I'll probably swap it back to the algo profit switching for the Equihash, because there's not a terrible lot of difference in it. You're talking about 0.02 Litecoin. So if you exchange that back, you're looking at $4 over the course of a month. So that's bugger all. And I guess you've kind of got the ability. There we go. Just went up and then down a bit. So yeah, if you kind of stick it to the Equihash algorithm, you can kind of, I guess, maybe catch the lucky break, and you might get one that's super profitable for the day. But anyway, guys, that's it for tonight. I'll do some more charting tomorrow. I'll add another sheet in down here on the spreadsheet for the power usage, and we can kind of, I guess, get some profit and loss figures and go from there. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.